So I started living with the expectation of if they wanted to, they would, until I figured out they wouldn't. And then I got my own feelings hurt. Like, for example, I asked one of my friends for their mozzarella sticks. My arm almost got taken out of socket. I didn't even reach for it. They didn't even want me reaching for a mozzarella stick to be an option at that point. They just took that out of the equation. So I started living by if they wanted to, they can. Because number one, that gives me control over a lot of situations. Love is considering the sacrifices that they are able to make with the resources that they have, the time, the money, the expectation, to where if they are not ballin', it doesn't care because I love them. I'm not expecting a Porsche. Oh, if they wanted to, they would give me a Porsche. No, if they wanted to, they can give me a Porsche. But I'm not expecting it. I'm expecting the things that you are able to provide for me just because flowers. Something cute, nonchalant. You get me flowers, next time I go out, I'm looking for you something. It's something to where they have no control over me, I have no control over them. I just have control over the situation that they provided me. Let me use a couple analogies. Have you ever wanted something for your birthday and then didn't get it? You know how disappointed that you felt? However, did you not appreciate the gifts that were provided for you regardless? Maybe that's why every single time your birthday rolls around, you're like, oh, I don't want anything for my birthday. Just tell me what you want. Honestly, not wanting something for your birthday is just a matter of self-worth, but that's for your therapist to figure out, not me. A better analogy would be like, oh, if they wanted to text me back, they would. That expectation will hurt when they don't text you back. If you sit there and go, oh, if they wanted to, they can text me back. Since that expectation isn't there, you can really reevaluate your feelings of being like, well, I really love the impatience that I feel because that proves that I actually cared about this person so much that the absence of them not being in my life hurts. Because sitting there with the expectation of them texting you back and then they eventually do 6 months later, then all those feelings are gonna rush back in and then that leaves you wide open. However, if you sit there being like, oh, well, I didn't really care now that they don't text me back, the expectation wasn't there to begin with, and it proves that you weren't impatient. That proves that your feelings weren't as strong as you expected them to be, and it makes it less easy for them to just sneak their way back into your life. What I'm trying to say is that if you keep your expectations at the bare minimum, then it's not that hard to reach. I'm kidding. I'm not saying keep your standards at a bare minimum. I'm just saying if you keep expecting them to do more and more and more and more, eventually you're gonna get disappointed, and that's not what love is. Love is appreciating what they are able to give you, but when they go above and beyond, that's what matters more. But that's just to prevent people taking control over your feelings and emotions. However, you live the life that you want to, okay? If you want the universe, take it. Just don't expect someone to give it to you. Alrighty? Because if they wanted to, they can. But should they? That's the real question.